Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to Ford's Garage. I know it's been quite a while. Um, haven't done a whole lot to it, but we're getting back into it a little bit. Finally got the upper control arm swapped out. So I got good ones on, well, I've got ones on here that have mint bushings, and I put new ball joints in them, even though the ball joints that were already in them were nice and tight. I had new ones on the shelf, so why not put them on, right? When I had it, took it to the alignment shop last summer, he didn't want to do the caster camber because the upper bushings were dry rotted, and he also wanted me to unbolt the control arms from the frame and then clean out kind of that area on the frame that has those lines. Wanted me to clean them up and like hit them with a, grinder, cutter, whatever. Hit it with that and clean them up. I thought that was kind of ridiculous. So ended up getting some really nice control arms from Andy out in Kansas City. So he had put new bushings in them years ago when he redid the front end. But being it's not an everyday, all year round car, the bushings are mint. I mean, they're just absolutely mint. And the ball joints were nice and tight because he had done ball joints. But like I said, since I had some on the shelf, I put the new ones in there anyways. I'll keep the ones that I pulled off as spares. I'll clean them up, I'll put them away in the boxes, and I have a set of good upper ball joints for possible future project. So anyways, I took it last week and dropped it off at Dr. Z's. He took it over to the alignment shop that he uses over in Mount Clemens, and they got it aligned. It's now perfect within spec, factory spec, and goes arrow straight down the road, no pull, nothing. But this year I've noticed a vibration. Once I get up to around 55-ish, 50, 55, I got a vibration, and it gets a little worse around 60. So Friday morning I jacked up the back end and put it in gear, let the tires go in, just at idle speed in gear, and the driver's side looked like I had a bent axle. So to verify it wasn't the wheel, because week before last, I took this in, had all four wheels and tires balanced again over at Rick's Tire in Shelby Township. They do a great job at a very fair price. But I still had the vibration. So I know it wasn't the wheels were out of balance, and none of these wheels have a ton of weight on them to get them balanced. So jacked it up, and the driver's side had some wobble, like so. So shut it off, pulled that wheel and tire off, and then I was going to take the spare and this wheel and tire up and have the tire switch. I went, well, dummy, why don't you just bolt the spare on and see if it does the same thing? So I did that, and it did the same thing. So then I shut the car off again, pulled the wheel and tire off, and just threw some lug nuts on and bolted the drums down, and it wasn't as pronounced, but it did the same thing with just the drum. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to pull both rear tires off and take the one off the passenger side, which was beautiful, nice, no wobble in it, nothing, and take that one off, put it on the driver's side. With the driver's side, I'm just going to switch sides and see if it does the same thing on the driver's side, which I suspect that it will do. Because what I believe I have a bent axle shaft. Nope, turn signal's on. So already working on getting another axle shaft from my buddy Pete down in Texas. And then this is going to get new tires this week. The tire shop told me you need to get new tires because these are starting to crack in between the treads, and they're from 2011, so they're 13 years old. And then the alignment shop also said you need to get new tires. He felt a small bubble on one and something else, and with the front end being all new and nice and tight and everything else, and the wheels and tires balanced, I get a little bit of this in the steering wheel, which I'm going to suspect is old tires and kind of a telltale sign of future issue to come. So this week it's going to get new tires, as long as they can get them in, and probably Cooper Cobras and not radial TAs, mainly because there's about a $40 difference per tire in price. And I like the Cooper Cobras, don't get me wrong, and I like the radial TAs too, but for $40 a tire, that at over 4 tires, that adds up to another tire, cost of another tire with mounting and balancing. So I'm gonna see if they can get those in. If not, I guess we'll go with the radial TAs. But for now, we're gonna verify this thing with the axle, and if that's the case, I'm not gonna drive it anymore until I get another axle to throw in and verify this, because I don't want breakage and wheel and tire coming off on me going down the road. So anyways, gonna put you on pause and I'll be right back. So you see here, passenger side, absolutely beautiful, no wobble to it. Over to the driver's side, and you can see it going like this. So I don't know if that's tire or axle shaft. No, it's not the wheel, but I got a feeling that it's a bent axle shaft. And this is one that's been replaced on this side once already in the history of the car. So, and you can imagine that the faster you go, the worse it's going to get. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to stop, swap sides, and then see what this does. So here we go again. Here we go. Driver's side, now on the passenger side, nice and straight, no wobbles. Passenger side on the driver's side, and look at that. Wobble, wobble, wobble. So, I'm going to say we have a bent axle shaft. So, I don't think I'm going to really drive this anymore. I might not even drive it up to the tire shop. So here, we'll shut this off. Neutral off. But tire shop isn't that far away, so it'd probably be alright driving it another 5 miles, seeing as how this past weekend was the Fairlane Club of America National Meet in Dearborn, Michigan. And yes, the mistress, she went down there. She hung out with some other 72s, along with some Fairlanes and Torinos and all kind of other cool stuff. Some Montego GTs, some Cyclones. Really awesome weekend. Awesome weekend. So, and I didn't stay down there, because I'm only 25 miles away, you know, maybe. So I just drove down there Friday, drove home Friday night, drove down Saturday morning, yesterday morning, in the thunderstorm with pouring down rain, medium rain, pouring down rain, lightning and thunder, medium rain, pouring down rain again. You get the idea. And every one of these I've had, 72 up Torino and, mid-sized Cougar and, LTD2 and such, I have always swapped in the delay wiper system. And yesterday was a perfect example of why. Heavy rain, put it on fastest speed of delay or just the first speed of regular wipers. Medium rain, turned it down to about medium to lower speed on the delay. Awesome. I love delay wipers. Have I mentioned that before? Probably. So anyways, that's all that's going on right now. So, and still haven't decided if I'm going to sell it or not. Still not a ton of inspiration, and I'd like to get rid of the vibration because it's not really very enjoyable to drive with the vibration. When you can't go 60, 65, 70 without being shaken out of the car, it's pretty annoying and not fun to drive. And this should eliminate most, if not all, of that vibration. If it doesn't eliminate all of it, then I'll pull the drive shaft out, take it to the drive shaft shop, and have them rebalance it and make sure it's good and not bent or out of balance. And after that, don't know. But we're going to go that far with it and try and get all this vibration out of it, because now with the steering set, this thing goes arrow straight down the road. Just beautiful. And, it's getting better and better to drive. But then this vibration showed up this year, and it's pretty damn annoying. So, and I might actually end up selling an extra part or two that I have to help pay for the tires. I do have an extra grill, so that might get sold. I have some extra side marker lights. Those might get sold. I think I have a couple more delay wiper setups, and those might get sold. So, and then after the tires are put on, I'll probably sell these if someone, for someone that needs some rollers, or to just burn them off, or to just run them. Whatever. That's up to them. But they got perfect tread, but they are starting to get some cracking in between on the tread, not on the sidewall, but in between on the tread. So, just gonna bite the bullet and put new tires on it. So, if it does go for sale, besides all the other new crap on it, it'll have brand new tires too. So, yeah. So, front end is all squared away. I'm very happy about that. That was a big major check mark on my project list to do with this car this year. Tires weren't, so that's going to put off other stuff. But and then I got sidetracked with the new truck sitting right there, that pretty blue thing. New old truck, whatever. New to me truck, 2016. 10 years and 2 generations newer than the old reliable 06. But anyways, car did fantastic this weekend. Did not overheat. It was pretty damn warm yesterday. It was like 87, 88 degrees, almost 90, and like 80% humidity. And she ran warm on the way home, about 195, 200. Sitting in traffic, it hit 200, maybe 205, and then cool right back down. But it performed flawlessly, ran fantastic, did not skip a beat. So a lot of people digging on it at the show, and also at the Roush Museum. We went there too, went there Friday, and that's one place, if you have never gone there, if you live in the area, Don't be like me and wait forever to go there. Go there now and do it. If you don't live in Michigan, in the area or in Michigan, you're coming here for something, go. Go to it. There's no charge to go in there, and it is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. It is, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of overwhelming the history in that museum. I mean, there's cars there that they are there as run right off the track. Mark Martin's cars, some of the other NASCAR cars. I mean, it's phenomenal. Anyways, that's it for out here today. I'm going to put away my mess over there. Put my carburetors away. The bench is a mess for carburetor because the reman I had put on, the plug that goes here was seeping. So pulled the top off, drilled into the plug, got it out with an easy out, and 5/16 freeze plug would probably work there, but problem is nobody carries it. Nobody carries it. And then Mike's Carburetor Parts has a bunch of plugs for stuff like that, so I just need to contact him and see if he can tell me which one I actually need for this 4300D carburetor, so I can get that set back together. I pulled the top off another 4300D that I had, put new needle in the seat in that, and put it on the reman carb that top came off of, and put it back on the car. It runs great, but that top doesn't look as nearly as nice as this one, you know, because this one was the actual, you know, reman out of the box carburetor. So anyways, car is running flawlessly, performed without any hiccups, and that's it for today. And we have 101 subscribers. Can you believe it? I can't. I mean, there's guys that are like, holy cow, we got 1,000 subscribers. We got 5,000. I'm like, holy cow, I got 101. Never expected it. It's awesome. Thank you to everybody that subscribes. I appreciate it very much. As always, share it with your buddies, pals, friends, car friends. You know, hit like, subscribe if you're not a subscriber and you happen upon this. Hit the click on the notification button so you get notification when I upload a new video, even though they're kind of few and far in between this year. But yeah, again, much appreciation. Thank you very much for subscribing. Everybody have a great day.